October 10th, 2025. President Donald Trump announces a historic Gaza ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. After 2 years of a devastating war that has torn the Gaza Strip apart, silence finally falls. But does it really? Today, just 3 weeks after the ceasefire was signed, over 100 people were killed in Gaza in a single night. 46 of them were children. This was the deadliest day since the ceasefire began. October 29th, Israeli military forces launch a massive airstrike campaign across the Gaza Strip. Gaza's Ministry of Health reports 104 people killed, 253 wounded. Among the dead, 46 children and 20 women. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu claims Hamas violated the ceasefire agreement in 2 ways. First, Hamas handed over body parts that didn't belong to any of the 13 hostages still unaccounted for in Gaza. Israeli forensic experts identified them as belonging to Ofir Tsarfati, who was killed on October 7th, 2023, and whose partial remains had already been recovered in an earlier Israeli military operation in November 2023. Second, in Rafah City, southern Gaza, an Israeli soldier was shot and killed during a firefight. Master Sergeant Yonah Ephraim Feldbaum, 37, died while Israeli forces were dismantling tunnels. He also held U.S. citizenship. Netanyahu's office issued a brief statement. The Prime Minister instructed the military to carry out immediate, powerful strikes in the Gaza Strip. Hamas categorically denies any involvement in the shooting and accuses Israel of violating the ceasefire. A Hamas military wing spokesperson stated, "We have no information about any clashes in Rafah." Israel controls that territory. We are committed to the ceasefire and accuse Israel of a blatant violation of the ceasefire agreement. President Trump, traveling through Asia, defended Israel's strikes. He told reporters, Israel had every right to respond when their troops were attacked. I'm still confident the ceasefire will withstand this escalation. Trump added a threatening message to Hamas. They have to behave. If not, they will be terminated. However, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance acknowledged that there will be little skirmishes here and there, but remained optimistic about the ceasefire holding. Secretary of State Marco Rubio warned last week, this is not going to be a linear journey. It will have ups and downs, twists and turns. Let's look at the facts. Since October 7th, 2023, over 68,600 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza, more than 170,000 wounded. Among the dead, over 20,000 children. Hamas killed about 1,200 people in Israel on October 7th and took 251 hostages into Gaza. The current ceasefire agreement freed all 20 remaining living hostages. But 13 deceased hostages' bodies still haven't been returned. Hamas claims they need heavy digging equipment to excavate and find bodies under the massive rubble. But Israel has banned such equipment from entering Gaza, though they allowed smaller equipment to search for hostage remains. Humanitarian aid also isn't reaching the levels specified in the agreement. The ceasefire calls for 600 trucks per day. Reality? Much less. Since the ceasefire began on October 10th, over 200 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza. 2 Israeli soldiers died on October 19th. Now, 1 more soldier and 104 Palestinians. CNN analysts describe this as a ceasefire without peace, a fragile but durable agreement. The current ceasefire is only phase 1. Phase 2, much more complex, requires Hamas disarmament, deployment of an international stabilization force in Gaza, transfer of governance to a technocratic authority. Netanyahu and other Israeli leaders have vowed never to allow the creation of a Palestinian state. But Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas demand an independent Palestinian state. Trump's plan leaves open the possibility of a Palestinian state after a lengthy transition period. But when Netanyahu received a standing ovation in Israel's Knesset for Trump's support, 2 lawmakers demanding recognition for Palestinians were immediately ejected from the chamber. Israeli military analyst Yoav Limor from the right-wing newspaper Israel Hayom stated, "Hamas will remain Hamas. It will grow stronger and continue to carry out attacks. Anyone who believes it has changed doesn't understand the movement or the nature of the region. That's why Washington must push forward and advance the next phase of the ceasefire deal and work to edge Hamas out of power. Otherwise, the situation could deteriorate." The reality is this: the current ceasefire is fragile, but so far durable. This isn't real peace. It's an agreement to stop shooting with periodic violations. Both sides blame each other. Both sides have their truth. What we know for certain: more than 68,600 Palestinians have died, including 20,000 children. 1,200 Israelis were killed on October 7th. 251 hostages were taken. 20 returned alive. 13 remain in Gaza, already dead. This ceasefire will only hold if the US maintains pressure on both sides. Trump has already shown he backs Israel through every violation, but is he capable of ensuring Phase 2, disarmament, international forces, governance transition, actually happens? For now, Gaza's people live in a ceasefire without peace, and this might be their new reality for a long time. If this deep dive into the Gaza ceasefire opened your eyes to the complexities of this conflict, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Here at Daily Junkie, we break down the biggest global stories with the facts and analysis you won't find anywhere else. What do you think? Can this ceasefire last? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching Daily Junkie, and I'll see you in the next one.